So the big question is this: how do small businesses like yours, who feel like you're doing all the right things and going to all the right events, reach the federal buyer in a way that helps you win more contracts? That is the question, and this is the place to get your answers. My name is Neil McDonnell. Welcome to the GovCon Chamber of Commerce. Okay, let's get started with another quick task for you to improve your small business. It'll only take 15 minutes and will strengthen the foundation of your company. My name is Neil McDonnell, and I've been where you are now. I've been a small business owner for 20 years, building 2 successful firms selling to the federal government. I've done things right and I've gotten things wrong. These tips are designed to help you do more of the right things and less of the wrong things. By taking the action I'm suggesting, you'll accept responsibility, which in turn will give you control of your future success. This content is brought to you by the GovCon Chamber of Commerce, the only organization dedicated to the success of all small businesses in the federal space. Each year, roughly $125 billion is awarded to small businesses as prime contractors. Our vision is to double that number by helping small businesses truly understand the process for success. Taking action on the tip you hear today is part of the process. Today's action item is to reach out to your congressional representative, introduce yourself briefly through this message platform, through email, and then send them your capability statement. That's the entire 15-minute task, and I want to show you how to do this. Let me tell you, before I show you why I want to tell you why it's important, right? Is as you reach out to your congressional representative, they have the power to help you in many different ways. And many of these congressional representatives are new, so they don't know who you are. If you send them your capability statement, if you tell them what you do, often agencies will come talk to them. They'll ask them to brief them. They'll come testify before Congress. And if these people have you in the back of their head, then they might bring it up. If you ever have a problem where you need to get help related to an agency being non-responsive or not supportive of small businesses, your congressional representatives are there to help and can help, but they need to hear from you. They need to know you exist before they'll do anything. The other thing is, if you do an introduction correctly and you get your capability statement in their hands, they'll put that into a hard drive somewhere. And the minute it's in a hard drive, it's stored and indexed so that anybody searching for, let's say, SharePoint or cybersecurity, and that's what you do, it'll pop up. So there's an advantage to just getting them that document and having it available. But there's a huge advantage to having them aware of who you are. So, okay, let me tell you the process of how to do this. It's very few steps to get this done. First thing you do is go to house.gov/representative/find your representative. You can pause this and look at the URL, or you just go to Google and say, find my representative, and it'll take you to this page. When you're at this page, it says find your representative. The whole magic behind this is you just put your zip code in. So I'm going to put mine in and say, find your rep by zip. And I'm out here in Maryland. So here's my representative. And you have the ability to call them. You see the phone numbers down here in the bottom left-hand side. You can have the ability to call them, but I prefer email because when you message them in writing, now it becomes a much more formal process. So anyways, you see this little icon, it looks like an email or an envelope. You just click on it and it will open this next page. And the reason I have this page already open is because I typed a quick message just for you to see it. Every congressional representative is going to be slightly different, but they basically all use this exact same approach. They have an online form. That way they don't get spammed by people or organizations or electronic bots that just fill out email addresses. So here you have to put your whole address in. They need to know that they're getting contacted from a constituent. When they know that, they will get back to you. So don't hesitate on putting this information in. So that's the basic information at the top. And then at the bottom, you just put a message, say, yes, please respond, and hit send email. I'm going to zoom in for a second so you can see the message I wrote. Here is just a suggested message that I put in. It really doesn't matter what you write because these people are great at constituent services, and they'll contact a constituent like you, somebody who's in their district, to say, hey, what can we do for you? And you see what I write here, right? I'm a small business owner in your district and would like to introduce myself here online first with this email and then in a phone call at your convenience. I'm not saying in a phone call if that's okay. No, I want a phone call and it's your job to talk to me. I'm your constituent. Now, you can choose when that's going to be, but I would like to talk with you, please. And then the second paragraph is really trying to drive home a little bit of differentiation about you from any other constituent. I run a government contracting firm that markets to federal agencies. Even if you think you sell to commercial and everybody else, it doesn't matter. Keep focused on one message. And so with these guys, their power is to help you with federal agencies. They cannot help you with state organizations, even though they're in a state. They are a federal representative, not a state representative. So use them for what they're for. I'd like to make sure you're aware of my company and our goal to continue to employ your constituents, our neighbors. And really, I'm just trying to drive some interest in them to say, let's find out. And once they get back hold of you with a phone call or an email message, now you have a dialogue and you want to stay in touch. I don't want to spend a lot of time in today's 15-minute talk about this, but for the next 2 years, you should be talking to these people once a quarter. If you've got good news, just shoot it to them. Hey, really excited. I'm in your district. We just got our HUBZone certification. We just got our veteran certification. We just, submitted a proposal to the Department of Education. It doesn't matter. Treat them like they're your mom, right? Hey, mom, I just started a new contract, or we just, proposed on a new contract. The reason I say this is you don't want to pester them, but certainly once a quarter, every 4 months or so, you want to be touching base with them and just making sure they never forget who you are. They work for you, but they can't do any work for you unless you contact them. If you found this content valuable, others will too. Please give it a thumbs up so they can find it. If you'd like to connect with me personally, do so on LinkedIn. We often do free training webinars and interview federal buyers. Sign up for the GovCon Chamber's email list right here on this page to be notified about these opportunities. Just go to www.govconchamber.com. Finally, please consider becoming a sustaining member of the GovCon Chamber of Commerce. Help us keep all this free content coming to you for $1 a day. I'm Neil McDonnell, wishing you great success.